He's got a spin. There goes Waltrip up in the third. Oh, man, he hit hard.
Good trip toward that corner.
Little contact there.
And Darrell Waltrip was running in the 8th position, 1 lap down.
Well, here's the man who perhaps had the best seat to see exactly what happened. He's not very happy. Darrell, tell us what happened in your point of view.
Well, I recall a certain young man that's a rookie blasted my brother somewhere back down the road for spinning him out when he was several laps down. Wouldn't get out of his way, and looks like he didn't learn much from that lesson. I was just passing the 24 car on the outside, and he didn't show me a lot of respect. He raced me down in the corner and hit me. That's about what it amounts to.
You had an awfully good car and a good run going.
It's just a shame when young people don't have enough respect for the people that are racing.
The fourth corner now. Wallace comes down low again. He flips the tire. Waltrip loses it as they touch. Waltrip spins it backwards across the grass as they come to the white flag. The yellow flag comes out. The yellow flag comes out. And that means that the lap is not going to count. But can Waltrip get it going? Well, Rusty Wallace picks up $200,000, but this was earlier. As you can see, the tempers are hot when there's that much money on the line, as quite a fight broke out just outside of the winner's circle here. Officials and other team members moved in trying to break it up.
It's inside of Dale Earnhardt as they go into turn number 1, and both of them spin.
And Jeff Bodine takes the lead.
Bodine wins as both Earnhardt and Ricky Rudd spin on the last lap.
Dick Bergman is with Dale Earnhardt.
Dale, what happened up there? Well, how do you see it? You obviously were involved.
I gave him the whole bottom lane. He knocked the out of me.
Dale Earnhardt obviously upset about this situation. Obviously not. How will this affect your championship view from here on? You get 3 more to go.
What do you think? They ought to find that son of a bitch and make him sit out the rest of the year.
Kevin Harvick's not going to finish second tonight. And so what happens in these situations is we get pit crews involved.
And those good wrench guys, they were there to protect Kevin from himself.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Across the top of the 21.
Hey, guys.
Good. Look at the damage. That's totally ridiculous after the race stuff like that.
Ricky Rudd took a damn cheap shot. If he's going to, take a cheap shot, he's going to get one back. I promise you that.
What a crash. It's Kurt Busch with a hard crash.
That's too bad. He was flying.
He was running very, very well. Looks like he might have tested that safety barrier one more time.
He was in 17th place at the time of the accident, after starting the race back in 38. And great news there.
Oh, he's mad at somebody.
Yes, he is.
He's angry at somebody.
I think he's got his weapon. Oh, no, it's his hat.
He's going down and just tell somebody when they go by that he's angry.
All right. Survey says.
Who's he racing with today?
We're here, and it's a red car. Yeah. That would be what, the 3rd or 4th time this year that they've tangled?
Kurt Busch is on the inside of Jimmy Spencer. Down that long straightaway, Kurt moves over to get some air between the 2 cars. Get to turn 3.
Just booted him out of the way.
Wow, that's not good. Kurt continuing to express his displeasure at Jimmy Spencer.
Now Spencer's probably picked up a lot of trash on his tires. He's going to try it one more time down there on the apron. Probably shouldn't have done that. Jack Sprague's in the way. Round Sprague goes.
He actually lost 2 positions because Scott Wimmer even got by him as well for 3rd.
Now Sprague, after that wreck, is out of his car, and he is running toward Jimmy Spencer's car.
As are now a bunch of NASCAR officials running to intercept him. I think, as you said it, Spencer was coming, and Sprague, the lap car, was in his way. Here we go. And this is Kevin Harvick going after Greg Biffle. Well, that's a shame, but you have seen how fenders and tempers can fly here at Bristol.
Trouble, big wreck. Whoa, Biffle.
Greg Biffle in the 16 car. And how many times this year have we seen this? Greg Biffle dominant and ends up with a huge problem.
Probably cost him a championship. And you can see all these folks here are very upset, Doug and
his girlfriend Nicole.
Nicole, they're all just very upset.
Right in the middle of your screen. Here it comes.
Ooh, he got turned on the straightaway.
He did.
Ooh, that was Kurt Busch and the 2 car behind him.
I believe Kurt Busch may have lifted him up.
This is the girlfriend Nicole of Greg Biffle talking to Eva.
Yeah, this is Eva Braun right there. That's Kurt's fiance, and this is Greg Biffle's girlfriend right there. And it looks to me like she was really upset. And I mean, it's really bad news right there. You can see right there clearly that Kurt got in the back of Greg and around he went. And Eva Bryant, I mean, again, she's pretty much sitting there doing her thing, just kind of watching her man race, and along comes Nicole, and
Biffle leading the most laps today at 49.
Hard lick right there for Greg Biffle, too.
These 4 guys, 22, the 11, and the 16, they have been all over each other. But really and truly, the 2 of Kurt Busch and the 20, they passed each other a couple of times prior to this. Now, here's where Greg Biffle runs up here, and he gives Kurt a shot right there. That kind of is a wake-up call to Kurt. I got to go. I got to get by Tony. So he gets underneath of him, and I'm sure right there the spotter saying, clear up, clear up, clear up. No, no, no. Too late.
In the garage with Kurt Busch. Kurt, what happened on the racetrack and then on pit road?
You know, pit road was just me stopping there to make a point and only making the situation worse. So that was my fault. But out on the racetrack with Tony, you know, we raced 10, 15 laps side by side. He didn't give an inch, but he did get mission accomplished. He wrecked us, and I have no idea what it stems from, so tough day for us.
Here's a look at the spin and the contact.
Well, he gets a run on him. He just gets down underneath him just ever so slightly. Tony comes down, no place for Gordon to go, and here's Tony over here on the front straightaway, and watch this.
And on pit road, Stewart expresses his displeasure with Jeff Gordon.
And if when he gets down here and gets this thing rolled up, he might have some more things to say.
We have heard they have reserved seats in the front of that red NASCAR truck.
Come off at 2, had a great run, and he got sideways, and I got underneath him, and he just turned down on me. You know, I did everything I could to keep from hitting him because I don't want to, you know, take a guy on the last lap. But hey, I got the position. We're battling all the way to the end. This is Bristol, and I'm going to do everything I can for the position. And I don't see anything wrong with what I did. You know, I thought that it was pretty clean. But I just want to say this was a great effort for us today.
How about the retaliation? How about Tony coming back at you? Is that okay?
That doesn't surprise me one bit.
Jeff said he wasn't surprised. I'm surprised he didn't hit him harder. That's what I was surprised in.
Jeff Gordon just got by Matt Kenseth for 3rd space.
Oh, and look at this. The 24 just went around. 17 took him, got him.
Ooh, Jeff Gordon out of his car, and he's not happy with Matt Kenseth.
Well, that's totally out of character.
Kenseth approached Gordon. Kenseth walked over to Gordon's car with his palms out, his arms open, as if to talk about it. Gordon would have none of it.
After the race, you and Kenseth, tell us about it.
Well, it has to do with what happened on the racetrack. You know, we had a great car all day long to DuPont Monte Carlo, and you know, we got a little bit tight there at the end, and then Kenseth got shuffled out, and you know, he was holding guys up, and I got to him a couple of times and showed my nose, and he shut the door on me, and the next time I got an opportunity, I definitely moved him, you know, but I didn't wreck him. And we went down into one afterwards, he just wrecked me. So, you know, I'm sure he didn't mean to do it and all that stuff, but I wasn't happy about it, and I showed it to him after the race.
I have to apologize to Jeff. He's right. I mean, it was my fault. He did bump me out of the way, and I did wreck him, but it was not intentional. I drove in too hard. I was just watching a replay of him wrecking somebody. I mean, I didn't do it on purpose, and I would be mad if I was him. And I left my car to go over and apologize him, which I probably should have waited a little bit longer.
Just blowing it off. Whoops.
Whoa, Michael Waltrip is a little upset here at Lake Speed.
Yeah, Michael Waltrip went over and had words and maybe more with car number 9, the finish of that one.
They're in the draft of Edwards and Keselowski.
He's all over you here, just you and him.
Carl Edwards restarted 8th.
If that 09 can stay hooked to the back of that 99, it's going to be hard to get him. It's going to be close right here at the line.
Can Keselowski try to win it?
I don't know. I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks up.
He goes to the outside. Is Edwards going?
Oh, no!
He turns him.
No, no.
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No.
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this race. Let's take a look, Mike. Carl Edwards, he opened it up just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is a hard lick right into the fence. I mean, that car, that looked like Bobby Allison did here in 1987.
The catch fence did its job, and the car did its job.
Thank goodness we have the new, stronger, much stronger, safer catch fences. Not sure where Carl's going. Maybe he thinks if he runs across the start-finish line, it'll count.
That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
He's like you know how he is. He's an athlete, a marathon runner. I want to finish the race.
And he did.
Yes,
to
he
a
did.
Standing ovation from the crowd. Shades of Ricky Bobby. And the 99 has turned over Brad Keselowski.
And we have a caution.
Clean here, clean here. Just slight contact. Oh, look at that thing go. Whoa.
He was trying hard right there.
He was going to give him a little tap right there. Missed him.
And then the next time around, this happens. You know, we talked about rivalries and about the gloves coming off.
Well, you know, Denny,
I think they have.
This is a young man in that 12 car that has not made a lot of friends.
Just a wild ride that was uncalled for.
Brad, check this out, too. I know Carl a little earlier, he had some words. He said maybe it wasn't his fault. Then he said it was. He took the blame, but he also said you weren't giving him any room out there.
You know, he cut down on me on a restart, and I lifted. I couldn't lift fast enough for him. I lifted for him to let him in, but I was there. I don't know what more you could do. You know, Carlo, that's what they say. So I was underneath him, tried to cut him a break. It was too late, though. He turned down, so I apologized to him, but there's nothing I could do in that situation. And to come back and just intentionally wreck someone, that's not cool. I mean, it could have killed somebody in the grandstands. And I know that it's a little ironic that it's got me saying that, but at least I didn't do it intentionally when it happened. So it'll be interesting to see how NASCAR reacts to it. They have the ball. If they're going to allow people to intentionally wreck each other at tracks this fast, we will hurt someone either in the cars or in the grandstands. So it's not cool to intentionally wreck somebody at 195 mile an hour.
Well, Brad knows the deal between him and I, and you know, the scary part was that his car went airborne, which was not at all what I expected. And you know, at the end of the day, we come out here to race, and people got to have respect for one another, and I have a lot of respect for people's safety. And I wish that wouldn't have gone like it did, but I'm glad he's okay, and we'll just go on and race some more, and maybe him and I won't have any more incidents together. That'd be the best thing.
Out of turn 2, Donnie Allison in first. He comes to the inside. Donnie Allison throws the block. Cale hits him. He slides. Donnie Allison slides. They hit again. They're head on the wall. They're out of it. Who is going to win it? At the line, Walter. And he wins it. And there's a fight between Cale Yarborough and Donnie Allison. The tempers overflowing. They're angry. They know they have lost. And what a bitter defeat.
He ran at me, swinging his helmet around, and I questioned his ancestry a little further, so he hit me in the face with his helmet.
Well, he should have been in the garage area by then. That was between me and Donnie, not him.
Is that what you were telling him? Get on down to the garage area?
Yeah, give me a ride.